Hello and happy Friday. I'm so excited that you have all joined me again, and let's get this Friday started. For Bible today, you're going to watch a video. It'll pop up on your screen right here. And then next week, hopefully, I have my new devotional in so we can continue our devotional series of Indescribable. Thank you, Nevaeh, for telling me there's a 100-day journey instead of just the 7-day one that I found on my phone. So again, just stay right here and the video will start.
Now it's time for a Bible story. There once lived a young girl named Esther. She lived with her adopted father Mordecai in the city of Susa, and they were secretly Jews. Now at that time, the Jewish people were under the rule of the Persian king Xerxes, who, as it happened, needed a new wife. King Xerxes brought together all the most beautiful girls of the land so they could pick a new wife, and one of these beautiful girls was Esther. These girls went through days and days of beauty treatments, and in time, Esther became favoured by everyone, and she was selected to be queen. Mordecai, Esther's father, would walk around the palace gates hoping to hear from Esther. And on one day, he overheard a plot by two of the king's guards to kill King Xerxes.
Nah, you do it.
Mordecai told Esther what he had heard, and Esther told the king, who dealt with the problem. Even though Mordecai saved the king's life, he never received an award, and the king never knew what he did. And then Mordecai found himself in trouble when a man named Haman rose to power. Haman was second in command to Xerxes and would command all people to bow down to him. But Mordecai wouldn't, as he would only bow down to God. Haman was furious and began plans to kill Mordecai and all the Jews. Haman created a law that all Jews must be killed, even the women and the children. So Mordecai went to Esther and begged her to speak to the king. But she was afraid, for if she visited the king without an invitation, she would be killed. But Esther responded to Mordecai asking everyone to pray for her, and decided she would approach the king even if it meant death. Esther went to Xerxes, and because he loved her, he asked what it is that she wanted to ask him. She said, "If it pleases you, my lord, you and Haman are invited to a dinner I have prepared." Time came for the meal, and at the end of the meal, the king asked Esther again what she wanted. She replied, "Come with Haman tomorrow to another banquet. Then I will answer your question about what I want." That night, the king couldn't sleep and decided to look through his book of records. He then discovered that it was Mordecai that had saved his life and decided to do something great for him. Haman arrived and the king asked him what would be a way of celebrating such a great man. Now, Haman thought the king was talking about himself and suggested that a robe and a horse be provided for this great man to ride on. "Perfect," said the king, and commanded Haman to arrange those things for Mordecai. Haman wasn't pleased. The next day came and it was time for Esther's second dinner feast. And at the end of the meal, King Xerxes yet again asked Esther what it was she wanted. She responded, "If it pleases you, let me live. This is what I ask, and let my people live too. For Haman wishes to kill me and all other Jews." The king was furious and had Haman taken away, removing all his possessions and giving them to Mordecai, giving him the position of second in command. The king wrote a new law for God's people, and Esther and Mordecai lived their life serving the king.
All right, for math today, we're going to have a little bit of fun. So I know some of you are used to multiplying and our brains are in multiplication mode, but today we're going to work on dividing, or as Ben likes to call it, unmultiplying. Thanks, Ben. So today we're going to go to ABC and Numbers, the link's down below, and we're going to play Division Derby. And so it's going to be a race, and remember, we have to change our brains to division mode. So when we're dividing or unmultiplying, just try to remember our fact families. If it's 8 divided by 2, think what times 2 equals 8. Or you can think of it, if I have 8 of something and I'm dividing it or splitting it or separating it into 2 groups, how many are going to be in each group? So again, let's try to change our brains to division mode, and let's have fun with this game. I want you to play at least 2 times, but you can play more times after we're done with the rest of the things if you would like. All right, reading today. Today we're going to, you guys are going to go to Epic. I have assigned you a story. It's titled Bees. So that should be in your library or mailbox. I sent that to you, and I want you to read that story, and then after you're done reading it, you're going to go to the link in the description for Kahoot. So we're going to do a Kahoot. I have the questions on there, questions about the book, so make sure you read it. The score is going to be based on how many answers you get correct. It's not going to be based on how quick you do it like it normally is when we do it in class. So think about, so read the story and then focus more on getting the answers correct, not how fast you can do it. So have fun reading, and then come back here and we'll do the Kahoot. All right, now it's time for Kahoot. So go ahead and click the Kahoot link below. Make sure you put in the name that I can recognize you by, so your first name, last name. And then go ahead, read carefully, try to get as many as you can correct. All right, language today. I know how much you guys love MobyMax, so that's what we're going to do today, MobyMax language. Now you really have to pay close attention. I'm going to show you right here, just follow me, exactly how to log into MobyMax, except where I put name, you're going to put your name. All right, so now that you know how to get logged in, I'm going to want you to log in. I want you to set a timer or look at the time now, and then 15 minutes from now you can be done. So I want you to try MobyMax language as hard as you can for 15 minutes. All right, and before we go, I promised that we would see each other's edition of Carla's sandwich. I got lots of your pictures, so they're going to go here in a minute. Some of them I wouldn't mind eating. So let's go through, take some time to look at each person's picture. Thanks for sending them in. And it is already the end of week 2. Virtual school is flying by. Can't wait till we can be back in the classroom. So thank you all for working so hard this week. Try to continue reading in your spare time, playing those math games, do whatever you can to keep your brain active. So everybody have a great weekend, and I will see you Monday. So on Monday morning, check back here at 9 o'clock. Just on our YouTube channel, or you can go to the link on Class Dojo. Enjoy your weekend.